This is a success story. Not my success story, but a friend of mine, long time ago, just to congratulate him on his success. Back in the day, I was a member of the Honors Council of the University of Maryland. Hey, for one exact semester, I got good grades, 3.8 out of possible 4.0 average. For one semester. I'm a smart kid. Just have a problem writing answers. Didn't know it was a physical congenital defect till much later in life. But that's another story. But there was a thing called the Honors Lounge, and members of the Honors Program of, 250 or 500, something like that, 400 students out of 20,000 undergraduates at the University of Maryland were in the Honors Program. And you could be in the Honors Lounge, which was right outside of the office where they managed the Honors Program. And you could hang out with other people who were exceptional. Another video will tell the story of one of them. Another exceptional person from that group who made good in later life. But one of the most colorful characters among the freshmen in that class that entered school in 1967 was a fellow by the name of J. Brooks Spector. Took me a while to remember the name, and then I looked him up. J. Brooks Spector was a Serbo-Croatian. At least that's what he said he was. We didn't even know what a Serbo-Croatian was. Today there's Serbia and Croatia. Why a Serbo-Croatian? But there are books that use that hyphenated term. And he was an expert in Serbo-Croatia, part of Yugoslavia at the time, and Serbo-Croatian history. And he always got top A+ grades on all of his term papers. I mean, if he was doing a term paper on English literature, he would do his term paper on an English-speaking poet who was Serbo-Croatian that nobody had heard of. But he was a political science, I think, major, a minor in history, maybe, or he was a world history major with a minor in political science, one or the other. And he did a lot of papers on political science and world history, and they were full of footnotes, and the footnotes were to documents that the only known copies in the United States were at the Library of Congress and the Harvard University Library. And his professors at the University of Maryland were not going to go to either of those places to check the accuracy of his footnote, which he pointed out to us. And he let it be a completely up-in-the-air question how many of those footnotes were, in fact, accurate. Maybe they all were. He was quite an expert on that. But he said that by being an expert on Serbo-Croatian history, he was going to parlay that super expertise in an area that was very, very abstruse into a career at the State Department. I kept expecting his name to pop up, and it never did, and I've searched occasionally and it didn't come up. Well, it just came up recently. He is an editor of a newspaper of South African things, and it refers to him as an ex-diplomat living in South Africa. And you look him up at the newspaper or journal, and it says that he spent a distinguished career on African affairs with the United States State Department and is now retired, being about 71 years old this year. Born in 49 like I was. The newspaper has a website that's a .za, which is Zambia. It says he lives in South Africa. They're next door to each other. I can understand why they might expat the URL. But I just wanted to say, congratulations, J. Brooks Spector. You did with your life what you said you were going to do. And, as we say about all public servants, United States government, thank you for your service.